YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be drawing Zoey from the movie KPop Demon Hunters. I was super excited to draw her because I thought she'd be lots of fun to draw, and I find her design extremely cute. But the thing is, although I thought she would be fun to draw, she was actually super challenging to draw. Drawing her took me, I kid you not, 6 hours and a half, and for someone who usually takes around maybe 3 hours and a half for an illustration, that is insane. I have to draw, because I make these videos, I upload a video every single week. So I have to draw for the same amount every single week if I want to get out videos. And I had to spend so much extra time on this. I was cutting into the time that I usually spend reading or doing other things to just finish this illustration. The reason I had so much trouble is for some reason I decided to try a little bit of a more interesting perspective. I wanted her to be kind of like looking at you, and it's like the angle is kind of from overhead. I had found a reference picture on Pinterest, and then I got a picture of my sister to use for reference once I lost that reference picture on Pinterest. And I had so much trouble with this picture that I had to keep fixing it, and it felt like I would never finish because I was never getting the pose right. I decided to make her winking because I thought that would be just a little bit easier to illustrate, because I didn't want to draw both eyes. Part of me feels like I shouldn't have made her winking and she would have looked better if she had both eyes open, but it's whatever. So as you could see, the perspective looked really bad and I know it made absolutely no sense, and so I have to fix it. So I texted my friend and she gave me some suggestions, and she did this little like red markup to show me what it should look like. And so I used that for reference and tried to redo it. And at this point it was looking better, but there were still more things that I had to change later, so, yeah. I worked super hard on this illustration, and I kept getting details of her outfit wrong because for reference I was mostly using fan art, and I know that doesn't seem like the smartest idea ever, but I like to use fan art for reference because it's usually the easiest way to figure out what a character's design looks like, but it seems like a lot of people didn't draw her design accurately. I'm not sure if it was on purpose or they messed up, but it made me really confused when illustrating her. I understand that right now the neck makes absolutely no sense, and I will fix it later, so just kind of bear with me in the process of trying to fix this absolute disaster. I usually don't have absolute disaster drawings that I am struggling with so insanely much, but that was what this picture was. On a little bit of a better note, I guess I can talk about the movie a bit. I might say some spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, I would recommend maybe skipping ahead a little bit. Skip ahead about a minute, and I won't be talking about it anymore. But I thought the movie was really good. Me and my sister both very much enjoyed it. My favorite character is not actually Zoey. It is, Gino. But I do like Zoey very, very much. She's my favorite female character. Although I like Rumi, I do like Zoey better because I just think she's so cute. And I love her design. I'm sad that Gino died, but I don't think he will stay dead. I have a prediction, okay? But yeah. I was adding her little blush, which had to get changed so many times because I kept changing the face, because also, as you can see, the face looks really wonky right now. I know a lot of things look wonky, and I bet watching this art process is a little bit painful because I had to keep fixing everything so much, but I can't really help it. That's how this picture was. Yeah. Shading her hair was pretty simple. I didn't go super detailed on the shading of the hair because I was struggling so much with the face and stuff that I was trying to get like the shading done pretty quickly because I just wanted to focus on making that face look right. I decided to delete the line I had for the neck because it made no sense, and I think it makes way more sense to not have an illustrated line for the neck because of the angle of her face. But then I kept thinking that the shape of her face didn't look right. So I was trying to work on that more, which I continue working on that like the entire process, so you'll see me change it a lot. I also kept changing the way the one winking eye looked because I felt like the winking eye also didn't look right. I think in the end I got the picture to look pretty good. I felt so unconfident in working on this picture, but I think that in the end I am happy with the results. But when you work on something for super long and are just struggling the entire time, it's kind of hard to look at it and think it looks great because you spend so much time and effort on it that you just feel done. But yeah. You may or may not know, it depends on if you saw my sister's video that she posted, but I actually cosplayed as Rumi. It was fun. I enjoyed it. My best friend did my braid and she did such a good job. She's really good at braids. So yes, I did that. You also, I don't know if you will or not, have already seen, my bestie was going to post a short of like all three of us, my bestie, my sister, and me, because we were drawing one member of Huntrix each so that we could, all three of us could draw every member. I'm not sure if she will have already posted it before I post this video. I'll definitely post it on my community tab when she does post it, so you guys will probably already know. And I'm probably rambling for no reason, but yeah, it was going to be posted in that together, and that's why I decided to draw Zoey, although I would have already wanted to draw Zoey regardless. That was like the reason I came up with the idea, and I thought it would be fun, so we decided to do it together. Because of how much I had struggled in the picture, I knew that I had no time for a really complicated background, so I went with something pretty simple. I just used a brush called like a splatter brush and put it in a muted like purplish bluish color, and I'm going to use some other brushes on top of it later to make the background look more interesting and kind of catch your eye more. I also zoomed her in closer to the viewer because I thought that that would look just a little bit nicer and make a bit more sense. I definitely think that was a good decision because I feel like the overall look of the picture is definitely improved by that. And I kept changing her wink, as you can see, and I think changing her wink helped a lot with the look. I think that I definitely needed to do that because I was having so much trouble. I'm bad at drawing winking eyes. I don't know if you guys have trouble with that, but I have so much trouble with that. I also moved up her bangs more because her bangs are kind of choppy, so I thought that I was giving them a little bit, they were too close to the eyes. They needed to look a little bit more choppy. I'm basically just adding a whole bunch of effects and also messing with the eye because I was having so much trouble with the eye. I think I got it looking proper by the end. And I also added like a bunch of colorful brushes to give the picture a little bit more of a, I guess, impact. Because I love to do that to make pictures look completed. And yeah, I'm just doing a few finishing touches and there isn't a whole lot more to do. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more my style. And now here we are. Here is the finished picture. Despite all my struggles, I do think the picture turned out cute. It was fun drawing her, and I really hope you guys all enjoy seeing my fan art of Zoey. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now!